Hello, my name is Shantuan. Welcome to my channel. And so today's video is going to be about dealing with dealing with toxic loved ones during the holidays. And so some of us can avoid dealing with friends and family members that are toxic during the holidays, and some of us cannot. Okay, and I will give you an example. Well, I will give you an example of some of the toxic situations that we cannot avoid, and that is if you have a parent that is toxic, but maybe you're taking care of that parent, or just a loved one that you live with that you can't escape during the holidays. And so I just wanted to make a video about how I plan to stay away from toxicity during the holidays. So glad I was able to say that right, because sometimes I mess it up. So I'm in this video is gonna be kind of just talking freely and reading, and so I don't want to leave anything out that I feel like is really important that God want me to say. So I will break and read a few times during this video. Okay, so first I'm going to start out reading. All right, and so this is what God gave to me about when I prayed to him and I asked, okay, how am I going to get through this without arguing, without losing my temper, and without losing the favor that is on my life, okay? And so this is what I wrote down today, all right? Fill yourself up with the Spirit of God. Ask him to take over and protect your words and actions. Focus on loving correction. And if it does not change, if the situation does not change, remove yourself. Do not allow the enemy to make you forget the work you have been doing alone with God. I believe that if someone is on 100 in their disrespect, and you allow yourself to go there with them, you are actually not properly healed. So if your spirit responds to negativity, then you have that same negativity in you. I mean, I'm not saying that we're not allowed to defend ourselves and things like that. You are allowed to defend yourselves, but there is a proper loving way to defend yourself. You don't have to match disrespect with disrespect, because then you're the same, okay? All right, and so I feel as though you need to go back and heal some things inside, and this is something I'm also doing, so I'm not just preaching to the masses. Whenever I don't respond correctly, I realize, oh wow, that is something that's in me, so I will go back and do some work, okay? And also, we don't know the level that another person is on. So even though somebody may be toxic to you, you don't know what work that they're doing at home along with God. And so you don't want to also offend God and put hurt on yourself. Because when you belong to God, nobody better not touch you. And so you don't know who all belong to God and who don't. We're all his children, but some of us are, a little bit closer because we're doing his work. And so just be careful about who you offend. And so even in defending yourself, you can offend God if you don't do it the right way. All right. All right. And so what I did was came up with 5 points, 5 strategies of how we can protect ourselves from toxicity during the holiday season while dealing with families and friends, okay? All right, number 1, just going into the function, have an intention of love. Set an intention of love that I'm going to love everyone here. I'm going to have some loving energy to give. And so once you have filled yourself up with love and the Holy Spirit, or whatever else you use to channel God, have an intention of giving it out. See where the need is and give it out, okay? Number 2, have loving phrases prepared. So if you already know such and such gonna have this to say, such and such gonna have that to say about my weight or whatever, go ahead and prepare your 3 things, one thing that you're gonna repeatedly say that is very positive and loving and good energy and of God, okay? Number 3, stay in the present. However you gotta do that, stay, just stay in the now. I'm going to write pray on my hand. And so what helps me stay in the present is to remember to pray in the present. And so a lot of times when I'm dealing with other people, I kind of lose myself and I can't think straight. I'm not in the present. I'm thinking about them and how they pissing me off. I get in my head. And so have something that will bring you back to the present, something that will remind you of God and make you pray to him and remember, oh, he's in control. Invite him into the space and let him know, like, God, we need you here, okay? We need you here amongst all the craziness, okay? And the toxicity. And I have done it, and I have seen God work in the moment and just fumble people up and they not be able to get their words out when they trying to attack you. So just go in that moment, bring God into that space with you so that he can convict the environment. My dog is whining, so I'm going to try to get through these next 2 points, all right? Number 4, treat it like a game, okay? See how long you can stay unbothered while you're there a month. If anybody treats you or talk to you any kind of way, treat what the work is, being obedient and not allowing yourself to get upset. Treat that like a game and say, I'm going to make it to the end. I'm going to remember who I am and how much work I've been doing. All right. Number 5, if you must correct anyone, be as positive as possible. I'm going to a place on Christmas where there will be a lot of religious folk, okay? And so how I plan to fight in the spirit is just to convict them with their own religiousness, okay? And so if somebody has something to say that you feel is not of God, remind them of God. And you don't have to do it in a nasty way. Set the example. Us as believers, we have the authority to affect change in our environment. And so the Spirit of God is stronger than anything else. If you have the Spirit of God in you, let him stay in you so that he can so he can affect the environment around you, okay? I'm sorry that my dog is whining, but I got to get this this video finished, okay? And so how do you want it to go? Steer the ship. If you're not steering the ship, then what's going to happen? It's going to basically just sail with whatever direction the wind takes it. And so you are in charge of your ship. You steer it. Don't allow yourself to be Spike, not right now. Don't allow yourself to be swayed and carried into negativity. All right. All right. What spirit? Oh, also recognize the spirit, be quiet and try to recognize the spirit that other people are operating in. And once you can identify the spirit that they're operating in, I'm not saying judge anybody. All I'm saying is, so-and-so seems to be in a bad mood today. You could just leave it at that and be like, they mad. I don't have to be mad. You know what I mean? Such and such is sad. I don't have to be sad. Such and such is jealous, bitter. I don't have to be that, Pick your podium, pick your lane and stay in it. Commit to yourself because your growth is your growth, nobody else's. So if you fail and you get in an argument and you hit somebody or whatever, that's your failure, okay? All right. And so I'm about done. The last thing I think I wanted to say on this subject is, if you don't feel strong enough to keep your spirit together, keep yourself together, just flat out don't go. A lot of people think that, oh, I'm obligated to do this and I'm obligated to do that. What is what's the worst that can happen if you just don't go? Is your family gonna abandon you and leave you? If anybody abandons you and leaves you and don't want to be with you no more, don't want to love you no more, they didn't love you in the first place, okay? So you got to stop fearing outcomes and just do what's right for you. And so, yeah, I'm a natural introvert. I love my alone time. And so I'll pull out of a social event with no conscience at all. But when you're dealing with loved ones, especially parents, you don't want to disappoint them on the holidays. And so, yeah, do your best to stay positive, stay on your podium, remember who you are, go back through the 5 points, have your reminders in order to stay present, and just have your heart right, have your intentions right. And sometimes people still attack you when your heart and your intentions are right, but just bring God into the space and just remember how he wants you to respond, okay? And just don't be afraid to stay home. At the end of the day, if I feel like something is not safe for my spirit, I'm pulling out of that thing, okay? So I hope this video was helpful. Sorry about all the distractions, but I don't edit. You know, I haven't learned, haven't gotten that far in this vlogging journey yet. So if you made it to the end, just thank you for watching, and I hope it was helpful. Have a happy holiday.